I like what you've done with your hair.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for noticing.
I'm a bloke. I'll always notice.
How you been?
I'm not too bad. I've been all right. You been out today?
I have been out today. My hand's a bit achy today because I've swung a lot today. Went out on a group dig and just found some party facts. So, little watch winder and buckle and bits and bobs. So
I thought you said party facts.
Party facts, yeah.
Or potty facts. If they were potty facts, they wouldn't be that good, would they?
No. They would be potty.
Potty. Well, good evening to everybody in the chat. First in was going back a couple of days ago, I think it was Philip Wills.
Yeah, I know. He's very good at being first in.
Yeah, his poor wife. You got Andrea, Roberts. He's not in the back room yet, but he has been given the link. She digs it. Happy swinging. She's a lovely lady. I think you should all head over and give her a snub. She's mad, but she's my kind of mad.
So, you saying I'm mad or something?
No, you're my kind of mad. So anybody that's coming in for the first time in a while or whatever, normally I've had a go at doing this on my own, but it's a lot easier when you got a second person to bounce off with the chat and all that.
That way. Hold your hand.
That way. Oh. So last week I asked Rosanne if she'd like to come on and co-host the show on a full-time basis because we've got such a good banter, and she doesn't let anything shock her too much.
Because he loves me.
Oh. Yeah, she calls me her little stalker.
Yeah.
I've only seen all 147 of your photos. I don't know. She might have. Might have less.
What are you on about on my personal Facebook?
Yeah, the one that you've now blocked me from.
You should feel honoured. Not many people get to go on that one.
Oh, why is that then?
Because straight away they go straight to my photos. And then
after we became friends on Facebook, it must have been a good couple of seconds before I commented on your first photo, wasn't it? No. I think it was a month or so, wasn't it, before I actually commented on the photo?
Yeah, but usually they go straight to my photos and then they start sending pictures back to me of me going, oh, yeah, this is a nice one.
Yeah, like you don't already know.
And then I'm like, okay. Block, delete. See you later, mate.
You made the cut. Yes.
Yeah, you've made the cut.
Yeah.
So all those little pictures, just remember, don't send them back to me. Just enjoy them in private.
Is it when they're edited, is it? Oh, dear. Right. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way in, please, people. It all helps.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
As per normal, I'm a little bit unorganised, so I'm pretty much going with the same questions. If we've got the same questions that we ask each guest, it's a level playing field and we can get to know the real person with the same questions. I was hoping to write out the Quickfire 5, but I didn't change them. So we'll stick with those tonight, but also... Yeah. Rosanne is not here just to look pretty. No. She's here to throw in some questions as well. Because at the end of the day, it's on my channel, but it's our show. This is the new start. We are the dream team. And don't worry, you are still hosting Tuesdays, aren't you?
Oh, of course I am, yes.
Yeah, so she's not ditched Paul. She's still doing her week thing with Paul every other Tuesday. But she's going to
and I'm also still doing my own Tuesday.
Yes. Alternate Tuesdays, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you do one Tuesday, then Paul does the other, and then you work back. And we might do the same here, just to help Rosanne with her view times. But seeing as she'll be doing her live streams a lot more than me.
Hello, Scott.
We'll see how it goes.
Scott has just jumped in. Percy's just jumped in.
Scott Owens, Detective Kev.
Mark's jumped in.
And we got our legend in the back room.
Budicus, is that Jackie? She's jumped in.
The legend with the legend. He's new to it, and he's hoping to get some more viewers from him.
Thanks for Cheesy Puff.
Cheesy Puff. He's changed his name back to that in the Knobheads chat. He's changed it back to Cheesy Puff.
I saw like live. He was Cheesy Puff.
Treasure Nation, Mark, welcome in, mate. Right, let's get him on. Let's get this stuff done.
Hey! How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. I love the Rosanne suit.
Thank you.
I did say to her yesterday, because she showed me the picture where she gone back to original hair colour of brown.
You don't want to fucking tell people. Oh shit! Before 8 o'clock. Oh no.
So I said, there's going to be people not. There's going to be people who ain't going to be happy with your new colour. So she said, "Well, what colour should I dye my hair? Brown or was it blonde or pink?"
Blonde or pink? What would you like?
It don't matter. I said, as long as the top matches the bottom. I said, just don't go shaving your head.
I haven't got a bald wig.
Right. So how's Robert been?
I've been good, mate. Yeah, I've been brilliant. I've been over at Sheffield today.
On your new permission?
On the new one, yeah. I found a couple of bits. I were only on it for about 2 hours, because I was talking to other people and stuff and having chit chat and what have you. But I found some decent bits, yeah.
And how far have you got to travel to get to that permission?
Oh, it took me an hour and 15 minutes.
How long?
An
hour and 50.
That's a hell of a way to go for a permission, isn't it?
Hey, it's where the treasure is over there, man. You got to do it.
That's what my dad says. He says you got to drive to find the good stuff. But at the moment, I only want to drive if it's getting to work and back at the moment.
So I guess I'm quite lucky because my area is quite rich with treasure. The dig I went on today, there was lots of people who sounded like they were from Swansea. They had a bit of a Welsh accent or, that kind of accent.
Yeah.
And a lot of them had driven 2.5 hours. I'd driven 20 minutes.
If I go over to my dad, it's about an hour drive. And, that's doable. I'm going over there to meet him as well. It's not a case of just meeting him at the field, Go over to my dad, so I meet my stepmom and all that. And then me brother gets over there, and then we go out in the field for that way. But it is if you can actually get the permissions, that far away from where you live, then I guess it's quite good, really. Michigan Gems, Joe, evening. I was watching her live stream earlier. She was out with the magnet fishing with AAP.
Do you fancy giving that a go? I fancy giving that a go.
I've got my rope and I've got because I spoke to Jo and I asked her advice on the best sort of ropes to get. And she said she's got a 10mm rope on hers. And I thought, wow, she's got a big magnet. And I thought, well, there's no point in me going for something like that. But if I want to upgrade the magnet, I've got a big chunky rope. So my magnet's about that. It's a diddy little thing.
Still good enough.
Still good enough, yeah. Well, you've got if it's in there, and who knows what you'll pull out with it. Somebody's fillings, I don't know. Around our area, it could be a dead body.
So, Robert, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody? Because, there might be some people who don't know who you are or what you do. Yeah.
I will do. Yeah, my name's Robert Hunter Collinson. How you doing? I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Go check me out. Yeah, definitely into magnet fishing, bottle digging, mud larking. Do it all. We'll try anyway. But yeah, big up.
I've seen your your bottle hunting with Luke from Anglo Detecting. You've been out with him a couple of times, haven't you?
Yeah. It's a big dump. It stretches for 3 miles long. The dump along the river. I'll tell you what, it's brilliant. Getting in that river, it's good.
Yeah, I need to find out how to find out where old Victorian dumps are.
Yeah, I don't know how you find them. I know there's something you can go on to where it tells you where they are. You know what I mean? But I'll have to dig that out for you, Rosanne. But then you basically, if it's not been dug, you've got to go and dig it, and you'll get
Yeah.
you can get done for digging them. You know?
Oh, can you?
Yeah. So all I do is let them idiots go and do the digging. Yeah, and then I'll just go over and sift through it. You see, I don't dig; I just sift through.
Yeah. Oh, you've gone quiet. That's good, that, isn't it? So we leave him to go quiet.
I'm always quiet, mate.
You
mean Jason?
Yeah, no, he muted himself.
Yeah, I had to mute myself because the dinner bell was being rung for the dog.
But she has a little bell, does she, or he?
Well, it's the spoon on the side of the bowl.
Okay, yeah. Ding, 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 dinner.
Yeah, be like this. Come and get your tea. And then she'll wait there. She has to go out. She has a pudding before she has her tea.
So how long have you been metal detecting then?
I've been metal detecting going on 13 years now.
Oh, unlucky for some. This
13.
could be the year. So have you found gold?
Yeah, I've had gold, I've had silvers, I've had quite a lot. No odds. I'd love an odd. I've had gold rings, silver rings, everything. Yeah, it's coins, hammers, a lot. Sorry, Kev.
Yeah, because Kev hasn't had the hammer yet, has he? Well, I sent you a list of questions if you wanted to pull them. If you can read my handwriting.
Yeah. So I've already asked the first question. That's just, you know.
How did you get into metal detecting then, Rob?
How did I get into metal detecting? Oh, just history, because I loved history at school. I always learned about it at school. It was my most favourite subject. I found a couple of old newspapers in an house that I were renovating a few years back, you know, and it was like, wow, that's from like 1940 something, you know, and I took it home and I've been reading through it and I thought history is meant, it's brilliant. And I just watched a few YouTube videos going on, you know, and thought, sack it by a metal detector. And I did, and it just stuck from me. So as soon as I found my first coin, it stuck with me.
So what was your first machine?
My first machine, it was the Garrett Ace 150.
Ding, 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 ding. That's the only tone you had on it, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And how long did you use that for?
I used that for about 6 months, and then I got the 250. Used that for about a further 9 months, and then I got the 350, and then I used that for about 2 months, and then I switched over then to like Fishers, the Fisher models, F4s, F5s, and then I went over to the Eurotech Pro, which is a cracking machine. I love the Eurotech Pro. And then other than that, I went straight to Nocta then.
Cool. Yeah. So is it a 800 or a 600?
What's that?
Your Nocta. Oh no.
No.
Nocta.
Dear.
Okay. So your Nocta, is it a simplex or is it the new Legend?
Well, I've got the simplex, the Nocta Macro Amphibio, and I've got the Legend.
So I was just thinking of better machines. Sorry. Did I say that out loud? Oh. I started with the simplex.
Yeah.
Well, so did I. It is a good machine.
Yeah, it's a good machine.
I just wish that they'd have released the simplex with the lower carbon fibre stem rather than that plastic wibbly wobbly one. But you only notice the wibbly wobbly to it after you've swapped over to a full carbon fibre shaft.
Yeah.
So going back to your first machine then, Robert, what were your thoughts on it?
Well, I found rings with it and stuff. Yeah, fair play to it. I just didn't like the stupid colour of it, you know.
That's Garrett all over, though, isn't it? That's their brand colour is yellow, isn't it?
Well, Garrett seemed to do that. It's like plumage in it, like when a peacock opens it, fellas. Yeah, let's just make this one bright yellow. It'll stand out, and it has done, like a sore thumb, hasn't it? You know.
But it's like the Vanquish series did that. They made theirs red, and I don't think you need to add any colours or any go faster sort of like bling to it. there's me saying I've got a snake skin on my
I was
coil
going to say
cable.
I've got a snake skin on mine.
But the snake skins, I've actually found out they are actually pretty good, because if you don't want to wrap your cable tight around the stem, you can have it slightly looser, and because of the construct of the snake skin, it stops it from flapping around and banging against the stem. So they are actually quite good. So anyone that thinks, I ain't going to get one of those stupid, trust me, stick one on there, it actually firms up the coil cable.
So they do have a purpose.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah,
They're supposed to protect the cable, probably, from the elements of UV light and stuff like that. And
yeah,
it just makes it makes it, stiffer.
Yeah, that's the one on my simplex. I need to get one for my amphibio and for the legend. But yeah, it's really stiffer. It protects the cable.
And you can see that if you lift it up a little bit more, that's not wrapped tight around the stemlet.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want is the cable flopping around and knocking against the stem. So that actually gives it more shape and holds it in position.
And it's like if you wrap it round your stem, the thing, obviously it'll wear, obviously, like inside, so you could end up with a faulty coil.
Yeah, because they do say that it should be tight, don't they? Otherwise you get a lot of false signals, but I'm guessing with the snake skin you don't.
It helps it does help it, so you don't have to wrap it around loads of times. Yeah,
it's only that lower part. If it's hanging loose down near the bottom, then it does sort of like give off false signals, which is why I think some of these people for the different machines come out with the aftermarket clip, where rather than having to wrap the cable around the stem, you just push it into like a little clip, and then you can have it near enough taut. But you don't want it too taut, because if you're lying it down, it depends on which way you wrap the coil around, because the coil, I start off wrapping over the top. So when I lie the detector down, it doesn't force the cable down.
Yeah. I felt like crying today for some guy. He had his Noctomax. No, he didn't. He had his Equinox, and he broke the coil.
Oh. See, Robert loves that.
I couldn't believe it. It's the first time I've seen lots of people saying, "Oh, this happens," blah blah blah. But he was leaning on it. He was leaning on his machine. He was using his machine like a walking stick at some points, when he was digging.
You've got no excuse then. If you break your equipment using it like that, you've got no excuse.
Yeah, when he was digging, he was like leaning on it, so. But I was like, oh.
Where did it break? Did it break off literally on? Because my dad's broke through the bolt hole.
No,
I've never seen them go in that area very often. It's more or less where it's attached to the coil.
Yeah, where it was
from the over tightening of the bolts and stuff like that.
Both the little plastic thingies
he
broke
loves
straight off. I was like, oh.
That's like, I've seen a picture.
He had another coil.
This broke.
He had another coil in the car, so it was all right, But it was still like, oh.
How about that picture I sent in the knobheads chat about being pulled over for parking in a disabled spot?
Mate, yeah, very funny. I'm the only one. I'm the only one in the knobheads chat that's using an Equinox. Now that Aaron has got the legend, he says that's his go-to machine. So he said the likelihood of using a Nox again. So I'm the only one in there with the Nox, and Tez is the only one in there, I think, with the Apex. All the rest of them are on pretty much all on the new legend there, apart from Treasure Ed, who's still using the Amphibio.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, it's good to be different. There's no point in them all, It
was a good picture though, weren't it, that, Jason? Come on.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You'll have to show it in the 9 o'clock. Show it to us.
If money was no issue, what machine would you buy?
If money was no issue, what machine would I buy? I don't know.
I'd buy a Knox. I'd buy a Knox.
I wouldn't. No. I could have bought a Knox I could have bought the Knox before the wedding, couldn't I? That's the only one for price. You know, if money were an option, it'd have to be a CTX. But I'm not. You know, I think they're too heavy. But
yeah, you never know. They might bring out a CTX which has got a lighter battery on it or something.
Yeah, and it's like I used to love my Fishers, and I always wanted a Fisher F75, but I just went past it when I went back to not. You know, when I went to Nocta, I just like went roundabout over it and never got it because my mate, he's called Jonathan, and he lives down Cornwall way. He used to be on Time Team, you know, digging in the background on the shores. He was actually in the back doing digging, and he used to use an F75, and he rated it that good. So.
That's what the Vikings started with, wasn't it? CTXs. Does it really need such a big ass battery in it?
I know, that's the only thing, isn't it? But how old is the CTX?
Yeah, I reckon if they'd have released the CTX today, it probably would have had near enough the same sort of shape and setup as the Knox. It wouldn't need such a big ass battery on it.
No, I wouldn't.
Marlon's in the house. Thanks for popping in, Marlon.
Vanda, hello. And Amanda's in. Thank you to Amanda today. Yeah, guess what? I got treated. They turned up while I was at the field speaking to the landowner. I got a massive bacon butty like that with brown sauce, a chocolate millionaire cake, and a bottle of Coke. I was like, cheers.
Yeah. My father doesn't even bother me.
I know.
That was off your farmer?
No, well, she's friends with the landowner, you know, the farmer. And she turns up because we spoke on our other community over in the auditing side. So she sorted me the permission out for me to go in the test them up, and she brought me a bacon butty, a chocolate millionaire cake, and a bottle of Coke. Oh, brilliant. And had a really good chin wag and a walk round. So
that's why you only got a couple of hours today then.
Yeah, we're right. We're good. And I tell you what, beautiful people to me, I'm telling you. I tell you, out of this world.
That's right. When you got people that are popping by that are close. If I'm out, it's normally in the furthest field.
Oh, you got a thimble?
Yeah, a BI thimble today. There you go, Amanda. Pulled that out. A nice, lovely button here, and it's got like a family crest on it. If I can block that out somehow.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can kind of see the crest. Yeah.
Is that like a seal?
No, it's a button.
Oh, it's a button. Oh. Very nice.
And I got a military button, but you can't really see much on that.
But yeah, you can see a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, the shield, and I got.
You can't knock a good military button though, can you?
And I got about
Not five. Really? No, I enjoy a good button.
Yeah, I got about 5 or 6 coins as well. I rolled out a couple of those, 5 or 6 coins.
You're not spoiling stuff for your video, are you, with those finds?
No, I didn't do a video today because I wanted to obviously get to know the landowner, and, you know what I mean, and the land and what have you, and stuff like that. And the landowner we're on today, she's going to have a word and give me cards out to the neighbouring farmer.
There you go. Right then. So, what to date is your best find?
Oh, today best find. Oof. Right, I'm going to say this. I like this. I always show this. My Maltese cross.
Oh, very nice.
There we go. Get it.
What would have been in the middle of it?
I've heard it were a gem or something, but it's got different patterns around.
And that's silver, yeah?
Yeah, and I love that. And in the same field, I found that, and I found 2 Ahmeds as well, right near each other as well.
I'll tell you what, that is actually quite a stunning find, that is.
Yeah.
So with that being your best find, what has been your favourite find?
My favourite? Oh, it's got to be my child's ring, which is rose gold. It's got a rose gold love art on the end.
Oh, that's really quite sweet.
And it's tiny. It only just fits on my little finger there. That's it. That's how small it is. I love that, mate. I think it's a beautiful piece.
Very nice.
And so with those two done, what would you say happens to be your strangest find?
Oh, strangest find. Right, I've got loads. I've got loads in here. Right, I'm going to say this, me, because, right, I never knew they existed. It's silver.
Oh, what's that?
I was going to say I thought that would have been an ampulla to start with.
Oh, it's got like some sort of resin inside there, but it's silver. It's been tested.
And what is it?
It's off like like the rich people back in the day, a kitchen knife or a kitchen fork.
Oh, okay.
The handle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For the snobs.
Yeah.
So it could have been a hairbrush handle then, I would say.
Yeah, something like that. But it's fully silver. I've tested it. So, but that's my strangest. I was like, what?
Very nice.
Right then. So what? Sorry, go on, Rosanne. If you've got a question, jump in.
I was just going to ask him, out of all of his finds, what's his favourite?
That's that Maltese cross, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be that. I love me hammers, but I found that many of them. Sorry, Kev, but.
So do you keep? Have you picked out a selection right next to you, or do you have a special display cabinet for all your finds?
Well, I've got
Oh look.
They're
nice
all
little trays.
Is that one of those ones from Lidl?
Yeah, I've got 3 of these filled up with silver already.
Whoa.
All full, but this is my last one I'm working on now to fill. So they're all silver, like from your sixpences, your hammer coins, your shillings.
Is that 6 across the top then? Or 6 down? 6 spaces across? 7. See, I don't even think I'd probably just about fill up 1 row for my silver. But then I've only been doing it for two and a bit years, so.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's it. And it's like my medals. I love my medals that I've found. I found all these in an old tobacco tin in ground.
Well, let me put your big screen.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
So what does it say on it? Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that says.
That's a Victoria, isn't it?
Yeah, 1897 Victoria, commemorative to the 6th century or something. It says, and it's just got like when she were born in there. But this one, it's heavy. I love this one. This is a belt of this. These are all in the same backy tin.
Oh God, look at that.
It's really
they're
heavy.
Medallions, yeah?
Yeah, medals.
Oh, look.
That is cool, that.
Isn't it?
And then this is another one I like. This is a
and they were all in a tobacco tin.
Yeah, in a tobacco tin. Buried about 9 inches deep.
There's a question off Tidy.
What happened to your tent at Detecticon?
Oh yeah, I wonder some guy raped it. He got raped.
You come away better off though, didn't you? Because you come away with a lot of Nocta banners or something, didn't you?
Yeah, Nocta flags. Yeah, I've still got all them.
Philip Wills says, "Do you have insurance?"
Of course, I have insurance. I ain't a silly boy, me, Philip.
Feel free, people in the chat, to put a question in there. Just highlight it in capital letters, question, and then put your question in there, and I'll try and highlight them, and we can get Robert to answer them.
So, do you have a preferred ground to detect? Do you like field, pasture, beach?
Well, I don't do beach because I don't.
Oh, do you not? Have you never had a go at beach?
I've tried it once, but I don't live nowhere near a beach. But I like my arable and I like my pasture. Yeah, I like my ploughed and all that lot.
I think I don't mind having a go at beach once a year when I'm on holiday, so I'm detecting when I'm out there. Plus, it's just a bit of a mixes it up a little bit. It's just something different. But I don't think I could do it all the time.
I've not done it yet. I I want to.
You need to get out on that sand.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you got a decent scoop.
Yeah, I don't live near beach. I would give it a go. I think the closest one to me is Blackpool Beach. You know what I mean? But like Luke's hammers it, doesn't he? There's loads of them on there doing it.
He's had some good finds on there as well.
He's found a gold coin. And I was like, I remember watching, I hadn't long started metal detecting. So I was looking at everyone who already had an Equinox 800 and, you know, trying to learn the machine through watching other people's videos. And Luke finding that gold coin on the beach, I was like, oh my God, who knew? But it does look like it's come off a necklace or something.
Yeah.
Somebody could have turned that into it, but you never know. If I found like a sovereign like that, if I had one of those in my possession, there's no way I'd be drilling a hole in it just to make a necklace for a bit of bling.
Yeah, it looked like it had like a little nibble taken out of it, as if it was soldered onto a necklace or something, you know. Hello, people.
More people coming in. We've got 20 in the chat. What 5 things are on your bucket list?
4 or 5 things on my bucket list, right? 5 things. Well, I've had quite a lot already. Right, it's got to be a sovereign. I've never had a gold sovereign. That's got to be my number 1, a gold sovereign. A gold hammered as well. An ampulla, yeah. I'd have an ampulla, definitely all day long. Is that many? An ord's one of them. You know what I mean? Everyone wants an ord, don't they?
No.
No. Well, yeah, I want an ord.
Gold hoard, yeah, be nice.
Yeah. Saxon hoard, yeah. Yeah, some at Saxon as well, I'd love to find. Some at Saxon.
So Philip said, are your finds documented and recorded on your insurance?
Yes, of course.
Is that house insurance or the NCMD insurance?
Anything I find, that's all, you know, like you've got a record and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all recorded. Not me sixpences and stuff like that. There's no point with them. 2
gold half sovereign have been found on Barrier Island Beach in the last 10 years. That's why he keeps going down there in the hope. You'll find one one day, Tidy. You will. There you go. We'll let that one in.
Found a Victorian one, Tidy.
See, on my bucket list is a fibula. One of the, is it a dolphin one they're called?
Yeah, dolphin.
Yeah, it's got like, I think that's what mine was. That little part of a fibula I found. I think that was part of a dolphin fibula because of the tail end of it. Yeah, showing the rest of it wasn't intact.
I think I've got about 7 fibs upstairs. Because I've got my own like a Roman case, you know, for all my Roman coins and Roman artifacts, and
you can go off some people.
So
I've got about 7 upstairs.
I've been doing it for so many years. Come on.
What, 7 fibulas?
Yeah, 7 fibs. Yeah.
Well, I've only got part of one.
And I thought I had one today, but it looks like it might be a bent nail.
Well, don't throw it. Don't throw it because Aaron found what I thought was a bent nail out in the field. So we kept it just in case. Sent the pictures to my brother, who's really hot on that sort of stuff, and he could make out the side bits where he would have had the bar going across. So what we could have discarded as a bent nail was actually an old battered Roman fibula.
Yeah.
Tip for you: don't chuck anything away, especially in the hedge.
Yeah,
I know I'm terrible. I chuck it in the hedge all the time.
Yeah, if you're on a group dig, always check the scrap buckets if they've got scrap buckets out, because someone always throws something away.
You're a hedge litterer.
Hedge fodder.
We can't have that, can we?
Wait.
That's
better. I like to be on top.
She said. Let's not start getting it low. You know, let's keep it semi professional for the first hour.
So I see I haven't actually heard you ask anyone this question. So, which detecting channels did you first watch?
Oh, which ones did I first watch? Oh God, who were it now?
Can you remember?
No, it took me a long time ago. That Deep Digger Dan were one of them at one point. But oh God, who were it?
My brother started watching that big butch bloke with the tattoos.
Big Butch bloke with
He's a
tattoos.
big, muscly bloke. Got into the detecting and all
Oh
that.
yeah. I know.
Oh,
Yeah, that he were one of them.
And then it turned out that he didn't have the permission to detect on there.
Yeah.
see the one who gets stroppy and slates everybody else.
I don't know. There's quite a few people that get stroppy.
Evening, Rob
Random task is in the room. Oh, right,
so
yes.
You still haven't
Harry
said
I Detect. That was his name.
Harry I Detect. That's the one who
right.
gets stroppy.
I've never watched. All I know is I've seen pictures of him, and he's built like a brick shit house.
You still haven't answered, so you can't remember then, no?
No, I can't really remember back. It was 13 years ago, and I've slept and what have you from.
Do you have favourites at the moment?
I do. I've got favourites. I always have favourites. Dark Knight is my favourite. And
Don't forget Detective Kev, though.
And your second favourite?
And my second favourite is you now, Roseanne, because you've got lovely hair. Detective Kev's third now.
Cheesy puff, sorry. Hey, Spencer.
Yeah, Detective Kev, I dare you, just for 1 week, change your YouTube channel name to Cheesy Puff Detect. He's always up for a challenge.
Have you got a detector that you would not use ever?
A detector that I would not use ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mind Lab.
Why?
See, why have I not got admin rights? I would have kicked him.
Yeah,
why?
Why? It's just I just like winding Jason up.
I'm rising above it now.
I like Mind Lab, but me not go-to detector, I'd say, was he's Mind Lab, but Go Find series.
I would nearly bought one of those as my first detector. I was looking at the Go Find 66. But then I'd seen Aaron from South Coast do his beach session with the Go Find 44 and said they're good machines, but they're good on the beach and stuff like that, but they're not really an ideal if you want not do it seriously, but if you want to do a lot of time out in the fields, you want a decent detector, not one that packs away like that.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like when you unfold it all out, because I had one, I bought one, and I thought it was shite. You know what I mean? I thought it was rubbish, but you can hear it creaking as you swing it. You know what I mean? Because it's just like telescopic, all of it. And you can hear it all, every joint creaking and stuff like that. And you can tell it's flimsy. I
rate it better than the Nocta Macro MIDI and Mini Horde, based on the stupid arm cut that those two have got. They're not really an arm cut. It's just literally, they're designed for kids and maybe teenagers, but there's just nothing there. There's no choice for them to have like a strap on the arm cup to keep their arm locked in. Other than that, they're good little machines, but I would rather have had the functions that they got on those onto a Mind Lab.
Yeah.
Aaron had the Go Find 22, and it was a good little machine, but for a kid that wants to find the target easily, there wasn't a pinpoint function on it.
Yeah.
So, why did you start up a YouTube channel?
Why did I start up a YouTube channel? I did it years ago. I think if you go back on my channel there, when I were with my mate, Robert, he's called Robert as well, Bobby, we were getting all this permission and stuff like that. And he wanted to do it, but he's camera shy. You know what I mean? I said, well, I'll start it and we'll call ourselves the A-Team sort of thing. You know what I mean? The A-Team. So I got it going and started and what have you. And then obviously he got poorly. So I stopped making my videos then. And then as the time's gone on with me detecting finding my own rhythm again. I got my own rhythm back, and I just thought, Saki, let's start my own YouTube again. Let's start the YouTube up again, you know, and just do it for myself, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So you do it for yourself, really, then?
Well, not just for myself, but for everyone who watches. If I can help someone, I will watch. You know, like will help them. Yeah, definitely. It's not just for me; it's for everybody.
That's a bit like why I do it. It's doing it to share my experience. I like to share my experience, and if I'm out there with the harness on and they got the phone with me, as soon as I find anything good, or even if I find something crap, you know, it's like I'm carrying every one of my subscribers out in the field with me. They're all walking behind me till I find that thing and I go, hey, look, and that's what it feels like. This is what I got.
Yeah. And I also like it as well. Me doing it is because, like, once I get older, you know, and obviously I pass away, my kids can still watch me. You know what I mean? They'll go,
documented,
yeah, my dad. This is what my dad did. You know what I mean? He's there. He's on camera. You know what I mean? They've got something.
So Andrea said, what would be your favourite machine?
My favourite machine? Oh, I love my Amphibio. So I'm going to say my Amphibio for now. But the Legend, I just need to get used to a bit more. Like I said, I'm not professional at that machine. It's totally different to learn than the Amphibio or Simplex. So as soon as I've learned that, I'll be able to say I'm more positive on that, you know.
I think all the reports back about the Legends have all been pretty good from all the ones I've seen using them, and you know, so it is coming out as a pretty good machine, really.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm finding with it. I am finding.
Where would you like to detect? Scott Owens is asking.
Where would you like to detect? Oh, where would I like to detect? I'd say more down like Cornwall and stuff that way. Devon. I wouldn't mind trying down there because I've heard that's where the history is, isn't it?
He fell over once following Jason in the field. Sorry, mate, I left my spade. Over let's go catch up with the. Oh, there you go. That's a good one. Which YouTuber's permission would you like?
What, to detect on?
Yes.
No, to sunbathe.
Oh, right, sunbathe. Well, it'd have to be Cleggy's to sunbathe on, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but what about to detect on?
Yeah, to detect on, it'd have to be John Digger Bradbury's without all them rings he finds.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll agree with that one.
Do you prefer detecting alone or with company? That's Jackie.
I prefer with company, me. I love it with company. I love socialising. I love talking, having the laughs with people. You know, it's brilliant. When you're on your own, it's good when you're on your own because it's peace and quiet. You know, you're like, yeah, you know, just crack on, don't you? But I do like a laugh and a giggle, and when especially like detectable, and you've got your mates around you, it's brilliant.
And it also does help if you're not having a very good day find-wise. If you've got company, it helps rejuvenate your enthusiasm, doesn't it? Especially if they call you across and say, well, I've got this. It gives you a little bit more of an uplift to think, well, maybe there is something in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you ever tell them, say you're on a group dig and you found something really good, really, really good, and someone says, oh, yeah, where did you find that then? Do you tell them?
Yeah, I'll just say, yeah,
Would you send them in the other direction?
I have done it once, though. Like,
in the ground.
I think I found 3 hammer coins in one hole, and this were in Doncaster. And I'm like, yes, 3 hammer coins. Like, and they go, where'd you find them? And like, say this is the field I were on. Like, I found them. Say I found them here. Yeah, I'd say no, we're over there.
You'd never blatantly lie about something that come out of the ground, would you, Robert?
Never.
Especially over a walkie-talkie or anything, would you?
Oh, no. I was wondering what you were getting at there.
No, never. And when I brought that artifact back, it got through on the floor, and I was right disgusted because that's history. Right in front
and it got treated like that. And all it took is what? You taking it to work and literally you using a little bit of care and professional cleaning skills
Manipulation.
to clean it up, get the crud off the bottom, and it revealed, it went down to a point, didn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I got it back to its former glory.
Yeah, so if I found, I don't really find that much exciting stuff anyway, but if I did, I've seen people, say, oh, I found a hammy coin, here it is, blah, 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 pictures, all that. And then all of a sudden you've got 20 people swarm that area.
Yeah, they do.
So if I found anything good, I'd be like, oh, I found it right at the beginning by the cars, mate.
Yeah.
Didn't find it here. I haven't just dug it up. No. Over there, miles away, mate.
Yeah.
So it's what I get on some of these channels where you go onto their channel to watch them detecting, and a lot of the time, probably 80% of the video is them showing what other people have found.
That's like me.
No, not quite. You do that to fill in, that give that little. And I'll do that if I'm out with my dad and my brother. They're not on YouTube, so the only way that they can get the stuff that they find is via me, really. And people do like to see stuff that comes up, whether it's mine or theirs. But it's the fact that 80% of theirs is that, and you're going over there, people go, oh, he's over by him doing a bit of a. So obviously he's found a coin or something near there. That would just bring people in. I'd keep it quiet. And look how many people went up to that field at Detectable when they heard about that fibula. They were all making a beeline for that field.
Yeah, they all were on the way up, weren't they? Tezza's going mad, like, hey, Rob's got a fib. When he found it up on field 18 up there.
That field changes every time you mention that. The last time you mentioned it was field 10, so that's jumped over 8 fields now.
Well, I can't remember which field it was, but I know it was the top one.
15 and 16 it was.
Yeah.
See, I like detecting on my own because there's no rush. You can just mosey about.
Yeah, you do feel that, don't you? You feel like you're in a rush. If you've got people, you tend to swing a bit faster, walk a bit faster.
And you also
want to get it before they do.
Start thinking, oh, are they finding something better over there than what I've got over here, or So
I get into that all the time.
For you. On a group dig, let them all rush off, and then you detect where you've parked. Yeah, because all they do is switch the machines on, pump it to ground balance it, and then they're gone. They don't search, so you always search that first.
Today, I saw so many people who are what I would call treasure hunters because they are marching around the field. I've never seen some people, with a swing like this. And I'm like, and obviously they've got, what have they got? What's the light machine?
Deus. They've
got Deus. And, half the time they're detecting the air as well as the ground, so
like
it's
that.
like swings like this.
You're only getting 2 foot of the ground.
Yeah.
And they're marching. They really are marching around the field. And they may cover more ground, but are they really? Do you know?
No, they're not. They're not.
I couldn't do that. I might walk a bit faster, but I got a full swing that keeps the coil flat because I'd be worried about what I'm missing out on by covering about that much from where it's going.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. They're swinging that fast and high. The amount of targets they're going to miss anywhere. They're just all they're doing is getting an exercise. That's it.
Yeah, and I think they're just constantly looking for the high numbers for the silver, silver coins, and they, that's why I call them the treasure hunters because they're just on a mission.
Some of the cut quarters, they're low numbers, especially on the knocks. You're looking at around about a 10 to 13 for a cut quarter sometimes. So you got to dig those, but if they're looking for the nice full round coins, they're going to be going for the high numbers. It's not what I do. I've learned to slow my swing down. I'm digging those low numbers. If it's a nice clear signal, I'll dig it. And there's times when I'll swing over it. I'll take a couple of steps away. I ain't swinging that one. Then I go, oh, hang on, but what if? And you do end up taking a couple of steps back, and you do dig it, and it turns out really crap. But
you got to.
You've got to, haven't you? I couldn't have that niggling feeling in the back of my head going, yeah, but what would that thing have been?
Yeah.
80% of what I dig is crap.
Yeah, it's like me with Legend now. I'm digging more or less every target because I'm learning the machine again, because coins are coming at a different VDI, you know, and stuff like that. And I'm like,
good
wow.
boy. Oh. It's when they're wearing their detecting vests. Do you wear a detecting vest, Rosanne?
No. What's one of those?
Kill that conversation.
What's one of those?
Well, it's like one of those. It's a T-shirt, but a lot less material.
And is it the one with holes in so you can breathe?
Yeah,
yeah.
No. String vest. Do you?
Ooh, there you go.
He wears
I don't know. My wife's got me some of these khaki coloured Climate Cool T-shirts for the summer when I'm out detecting. The trouble is, because I'm not a slim bloke, you know, black ties tends to hide certain lines. These ones I tried it on, say, yeah, they feel nice to wear, but they show up my boobies. They really do.
Nothing wrong with a nice pair of boobies.
No,
it is on a bloke.
I'm a
that's coming from Pigeon Chest down there. You ain't got
Says
any.
Who? Eh?
Use me as a ruler.
What, do you like boobs on a bloke? Do you, Rosanne?
There's nothing wrong with a good pair of boobs on a bloke.
Some
there you
moves.
You heard it first. So basically, you're saying you like a good dad bod.
Yeah. Well, who was it? Was it us who were talking about getting Luke to make a dad bod action man?
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, there should be. Hi, Glenn.
Can't be eye candy. Well, every person is eye candy to somebody, aren't they?
Yes, very true.
Me, I, you know, I'll put it out there and say, skinny women don't do anything for me.
They don't for me, mate.
You got metal detecting Emily. You know, she's got a lovely little figure for a little girl, but it don't do nothing for me. It's just nah. Curvy women rule. Or as Queen said, fat bottom girls, you make my rock and roll go round.
Correct. I'm the same, me. I'm into me curvy ladies. More to grab onto. Fun night.
I got some questions here from the last show that somebody put in the chat. One of them was from Suffolk Searcher, George. If you hadn't found detecting as a release, what would you have done?
Oh, what would I have done? Probably, well, I used to go fishing. You know, probably fishing again, or even golf.
Did you? What kind of fishing did you used to do?
Just course fishing, like for my carps and stuff like that. And winter time, I went piking, getting pike.
I've never done pike fishing, but I used to do, course fishing. What's the biggest fish you've caught?
Oh, my biggest pike has been 22 pounds.
Oh, that's not a bad size. What about your carp?
The biggest carp has been 43 pounds.
I can't remember my biggest carp, but it was easy about 142 pounds.
Wowzers.
It was a Siamese carp and it was in Thailand.
Oh, yeah. It's different over there.
It's different over there. Yeah, and I like to go fishing when it's nice and warm, so south of France.
Is it 10 o'clock yet?
You want to come fishing with us?
I don't. Fishing's not really my sort of bag.
Right, I love it. I love it. It's that peaceful and relaxed.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and when you get that
I've tried it a couple of times. You know, I've done it with my dad and all that, but it's just no.
And the adrenaline rush when you're having to fight that fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you didn't have arms long enough to describe that fish that got away.
Yeah, it were this big.
Do you have loads of photos of you grinning holding a big fish?
I do, yeah. I have. I can get one up for you now in a minute. Just bear with me a second. I'll get you one up.
Yep, that's what she said.
That's right. And hey, I tell you what, I look young on these ones as well.
I'm looking forward to trying this magnet fishing, but a mate of mine has warned me about not getting disheartened with it, because when he first tried magnet fishing, he threw the magnet in, and he said 6 hours went by and he still didn't get a bite, so he never tried it again.
I'll have to scroll out. There's that many pictures that. Well, here's one from a couple of days ago. Well, not days ago, weeks ago. But it's not.
I swear, most people do the magnet fishing for the scrap. And you know, if they get a decent find, it's all right. He'd throw in the magnet and walk away. Something different. I've got to try something different from my channel, because I've got who's that?
Okay. That's me, my Siamese Carp.
I haven't seen that photo on your profile.
I think a lot of my fishing ones are private.
Oh. That's a carp.
That's a Siamese Carp, yeah.
Jesus.
That's a big fish, isn't it?
That is. I
massive.
couldn't eat that in one sitting.
They're massive over there, aren't they? Look at that. Catfish.
I think it's a Mekon.
Is it?
They can fin. They're like a catfish. They can swim
Just
backwards.
hold that one there. Ah.
So I'm screen recording anyway.
That one looks like I'm topless.
What did you catch that with? And did it pull you in?
No, just big boilies. No, they didn't pull me in. So it's a nice fish.
Yeah.
I never had you down as a fishing fan, Rosanne.
Did you not?
No.
See, that's why I like fishing in the heat.
Why are you in the water? I guess it's the calmest environment for the fish, I guess, rather than pulling it out. At least it's got some water going through its gills.
Why am I in the water? Because the fish are so big and so heavy that if you take them out of the water, they'd end up crushing themselves, because they're just,
They got nothing.
It's kinder for the fish, really. And it's a better picture, but it's kinder for the fish.
My missus used to love it when I went fishing, Jason.
Well, because you're at the house.
Yeah, well, we're out at the house, but when we come back, we both smelt the same.
Oh dear. I think on that note, we'll conclude the interview there, because it is bang on 9 o'clock, and the next show will be starting in 5 minutes. So I want to say a big thank you for one of the horsemen, Robert, for coming over. If you're watching this on playback and you're not subscribed to Robert, please do. And he's streaming live every Friday with the Four Horsemen Show.
And if you are watching this on playback, then please leave a comment below, because
Deliveroo.
Hang on a sec. That's my son. I'm interviewing Rob in a couple of weeks. So if there's any questions that you would like us to put to him, then leave it in the comment below and I'll put it to him when he's streaming on mine.
Thank you for having me, guys.
And if anybody wants to come on the show, get in touch with either me or Rosanne with our emails going across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she'll do her best not to rob all the best guests for her midweek show. She will share them.
If they contact us on your show, then they're coming on your show. If they contact me on my show, they're coming on my show.
Okay.
I hold no prisoners, mate.
No holds barred in here.
No, they don't. No. We'll talk about that after the show. Right, thanks for all popping along. The next show is going to be starting at 9:05. So head off over there now. I was going to put the link into it, but my phone went flat. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Once again, thanks for coming on, Robert.
Yeah,
nice to get to know the real Robert Hunter Collinson, besides the one that streams on a Friday night. And we'll see you all in a few minutes.
Very soon. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.